Hello, this is Tom from RV Travel and Living. I haven't done a video in a week. I'm sorry. Guys have been asking me about it, and I apologize for this. Today's video is coming up. It's going to coincide with another video I just did, but it's okay. Not everybody watches that channel and this channel. So today we're going to talk about something that's about debt. Debt in an RV. So we're going to talk about that today. I want to talk about this. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I was talking to someone this morning and they were thinking about buying an RV. And they were looking at the payments. And I was just talking about debt here in the Philippines. And this is really what got me thinking about it. You can go to debt anywhere in the world, no matter where you're at. He was looking at an RV that was 20 years old. It's 20 years old. The RV they had it listed for $18,000. Just say $18,000. He's going to make a proposal to them and see if they can get it down less than that. But anyway, he went to the bank, talked to the banker, said, yeah, we can finance it for you. It's 20 years old. How much life is left in the RV? Number one. Number two is we normally don't finance anything that's over 20 years old. And since you're on the borderline of 20 years old or better, I mean, we're on now into 2022. So you need to buy something this particular year. And he said, well, this particular one I like. It's in good shape, low mileage, but the guy's a good customer. So he said, yeah, we will buy this. I'll give you the money to buy whatever you need to buy. And you just make payments on it. So they did a calculated thing on it. And so it ended up being like $300 and change a month for this vehicle for a period of time. What time, I don't know. I didn't ask him. He didn't ever say it's $300 a month. I don't know what 300 times 12 is, 3,600. So say 4, 8, 12, 16. So 4 years. Maybe did it for 4 years or 5. But here we go. That's the thing. What's that vehicle going to be worth in 4 or 5 years? Is it going to be worth something? Maybe. Maybe not. Well, is it sustainable enough to survive 4 or 5 years? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. It's lasted 20 years. Will it last 25? Will it last 30? But that's the thing I'm not really talking about today. I'm talking about people that go into debt for the new RVs that are spending. Let's just say they buy a new RV and they're going to spend $50,000, $70,000, depends, toy hauler. I don't care what it is. Let's just say $50,000. And in today's world, that's a nominal. That's low end, right? Unless you're, I don't care what it is, low end, because some of those things go up $75,000, $100,000 depending on what it is, Class A, Class C. So even a B, it can be, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or more. So you look at it this way: how much of the payment is going to be on the life of the vehicle, and is the vehicle going to last long enough for you to drive it down the road, sustain yourself, live in it, and take care of it and maintain it? Now, say if you buy something new, we would think that it would last, okay, to 20 years. So you'll be okay. But the loans, how much are the loans for? Now, these loans are high dollar loans. These loans are $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 a month. These guys are paying. Now, even on the lower end, if you get it around $300, $400, $500 a month, how many years is it going to take you to pay off $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000? I mean, really, it's like buying a house. I remember buying a house and I paid $80,000 for it. And I said, I'll never get this thing paid off because my payments were $300 and change. And I'll never get that paid off for the amount of time I had on that. So when you're buying an RV, really take a look at it, because people really are clouded. Their minds are clouded when they get in there and they get the dealer, they get to talk, and he says, listen, this thing's going to last you 30 years, man. And I'm going to sell you this today. And not only that, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to do this. You're going to get this. You're going to get floor mats. I'm going to fill up the tank for you. I don't care if the tank costs $500, Phil. I'm filling it up today for you. And so they're doing that sales tactic to get you really going. Well, listen, not only that, we're going to throw in another package to you. We're going to give you the towing. But that you don't realize that adds up. Even if you're purchasing something extra, remember the add-on credit. Remember the credit in case you're not able to make the payment on it. It's a available thing. You pay a small fee a month, and then it makes a payment for you for 2, 3, 4 months. Well, you're better off if you're going to do that. Just double up on a payment every once in a while, and you're ahead the 2 months, 3 months. And that's exactly what I always try to do. I try to double up on a payment. If I have a loan and it's due every month at a certain time, double up on the payments for 2-3 months. Maybe not in order, but every when you can, double up on the payments on it. And then if you don't have money that month, don't worry about it. You don't have to make payment because you're paid ahead of that loan. And you paid on that loan. You just need to let the bank know, hey, I'm ahead on the loan. I'm not going to do that. But on these loans that these guys are getting, these high-end loans, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000, and they're paying whatever the payment. Say they're putting $5,000 down, $10,000 down, $20,000 down. It'd be hard for me to walk into a dealership and put down $20,000 on a vehicle, and I'm buying for 60 or 80 or 100,000. It'd just be hard for me to do that, honestly. I'm more of a guy that I would say I would just buy a vehicle for $20,000 and pay for the vehicle at $20,000 than have something that I'm gonna have to make payments on. Now that's me because I'm that way. My personality is that way. Now, granted, I would go buy a vehicle and I pay a lot of money on it, and make those payments of $400, $500 a month, and I've done that before too because I bought a truck that was like that. But we all do that and had the 5-year payments. But it's awful hard. Things are good this year. Things are good next year. Third year may be a bad year. Fourth year may be a bad year. Fifth year may be fantastic for you. But you guys understand what I'm talking about. So when you go in these RVs and you go in these dealerships and they're going to give you loans, they will give you loans. They say they're starting to tighten up on the loans. And whether they're tightening them up or they're not tightening up, it's not about that. What it's about is make sure that you're able to make those payments, even if you can, even if you double up for 6 months, have 6 months ahead is a smart thing. Because what if hard times hit, you lose your job or something happens? Say you're going to make money on YouTube and say you're going to take all that money on YouTube. YouTube is fine, but it's not regular. It's not perfect. You can make $3 a video or $60 a video or $100 a video, but that $100 you may not make it on the next 10 that you do. So it's to YouTube and stuff. It's really hard to get that thing, and you know, to keep people's interest for the 7 minutes like I'm on here, it's really hard to do to keep people interested in that video for that 7 minutes. And so and I find even for me, I look at what is my retention? Well, I got lucky yesterday. I had a 15-minute video and my average retention was 11 minutes. So people were actually watching 11 minutes. Now, so many people were. Doesn't mean all was. And then I do one for 10 minutes and they watch it for less than 2 minutes. And so it's just feast or famine. You might hit a nerve on something that people want to watch for that minute or two. So be careful on buying these. Be careful on getting the loans, and be careful on buy them, of course. Buy anything you want. You can afford it, you can buy it. But I'm just saying, just be careful on the loans. These loans are something else. I mean, I was looking at even my credit card. I mean, my credit, I got one, it's 11%, and I've had it for a long time. But that's far from gone these days. And you don't see those anymore. And I've just had it a long time. I'm lucky to have a card like that. But there are cards that, well, a lot of them now are 18 to 24% interest on the money, depending on what kind of card that you have. Thank you, everybody, for watching. God bless everybody, and thank you so much. Oh, another idea. A friend of mine bought his on his credit card. What he did is this. He bought an RV. He had an American Express card. Called the American Express. Listen, I'm going to make a purchase. It's not the black card, it's just regular green card. I'm going to make a purchase. The purchase is going to cost about $24,000. By the end of the month, I will have your money on that. I want you to rest assured I'm a long-time member, but a charge coming through. So they said, okay, no problem. You're a loyal customer. You do spend a lot with us. So he did that, and during that time of the month, what he did, he went to another credit card and got that amount of money that he needed, the 25, and paid it off from the American Express. So what that meant was now he has this credit card payment. He's not paying any bank or anything, but he got a low interest rate on that credit card. and it's lower than what the banks are giving. So he did that, and he said this way I can have my credit card, I control it. Where the banks, I'm slave to the bank. I'm just slave to this credit card. Now this credit card with the low interest rate that he got, it was like 10, 12, 13%. Well, loans, it's hard to get that a lot of times. So he saved quite a bit of money by doing that. But not everybody can go out and get a $25,000 credit card. And that's what he did. I said, you actually applied for a credit card and you got it? He goes, yeah, I got it. But he has the income and he has the power to do that. And I said, you got that amount of time? He said, yeah, I just worked with another bank that had credit cards and I worked out that way. So I want to thank everybody for watching my videos, and thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.